What is going on, guys? Travis with Rec2 Gaming here. Thank you so much for joining me in another Outward video. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about the second hour of gameplay, all the things that you want to kind of go ahead and get going, the things you want to accomplish, and just kind of getting our character ready to really venture out into the tougher areas. In that opening hour video, you can see in the description link there, we have all the opening stuff that you want to get done, getting your weapons, getting out there, getting your blood price taken care of, and all that good stuff. Now, in our second hour here, we're going to venture out into the world. We're going to start upgrading our weapons and our armor as much as possible, and we're going to possibly go and try and get our mana. Depending if you want to have magic or not, you need to go unlock the mana by visiting a certain area. But most importantly, we're going to go ahead and start getting some upgrades to our equipment. Now, right now we have a felling great axe equipped, and what we can do is we can go ahead and check out the blacksmith here, see the armor he has, the weapons he has, and he has some crafting recipes as well, which is really good kind of opening equipment, opening weapons for us to use. The Fang line, as they're called. So if we scroll over, you can see the crafting here: Fang axe, Fang club, Fang great axe, and we can buy these to see exactly the recipes we need to make the Fang weapons. And what I like about the Fang weapons is they do pretty good damage for the opening beginner level, and they also add that bleeding effect. So we just want to really kind of decide, well, what type of weapon do we want? Right now we were given that opening skill with our axe. Let's see if that's actually for the great axe or if it works for any axe. Okay, so this only works for a two-handed axe. High damage and impact strike, deals twice its damage against knockdown foes. So what we'll go ahead is we're going to go ahead and grab the great axe version of this. So first we're going to go ahead, we need the crafting great axe, Fang great axe recipe. I'll buy that one. Let me go ahead and sell anything I don't want. Right now we'll sell the fish. The aquamarine I'm going to hold on to. I thought I had a few other things to sell, but apparently not. Okay, so we'll confirm that. Now let's go ahead and check out that recipe. See, I figured I'd be able to sell this quarterstaff to him, but apparently not. Great axe. Okay, so we just learned that recipe for the Fang great axe. We can go into our crafting area, and now we can look exactly what is needed. So first off, we need an iron great axe, which he sells. We need 2 predator bones, and we need linen claw. So we have 1 predator bone. We can go look for some hyenas to kill. We have linen. We'll buy the iron great axe.
What can I do for you? All right.
Which he sells as well. Right here, 25 silver. We got 50 silver left. Damage impact. This will be an upgrade to what we already have too, so that's nice. At least to start. Which we should be able to also sell our axe, possibly. Maybe have to go to a different vendor.
What can I do for you? All right.
There we go. Give us 6 silver back. Now, before we venture out and do some heavy stuff, of course, we want to make sure we've got some food, some water. We have our fur tent. We have our light source. Then we have our harvesting equipment, our fishing harpoon, and our mining pick. So we are pretty good. Only a couple bandages. We're a little low right here. I'm going to keep this aquamarine because in our opening dungeon that we're going to go check out, or the opening cave, this can be used to open one of the doors. Let's complete that transaction. And here we go. We've got our great axe. Let's go ahead and venture out, get some predator bones, make our opening Fang great axe, and be on our way. Let me check with this vendor real quick. Some opening armor also that I like to buy as soon as we get some good items. Let me talk to this guy just in case. Sometimes you have quests and things. Is the great traders or the master traders gear. So I don't know if he has any on him. I think he gets it later on. But the Master Trader gear will give us reduction in stamina cost and increases to our movement speed. So that's very helpful for traveling around. You're also going to be able to find certain traders out in the wild that sell the entire set. So just keep your eyes peeled for those caravans. And that lineup of gear is just very helpful. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop on out here. We're going to go ahead and look for some hyenas. There will be a couple hyenas out in the field up to the, I think, the east here. And then we're going to go check out the troglodyte cave, and we're going to look for that mushroom shield with that quest we picked up in our first hour. Which we can check our quest log here to... All right. So let's check out our map here. That's another big thing of the map on this game is you don't have a indicator of where you are. Now we're starting at Cierzo here, the city. We're gonna head out east, and I think if we go down in this direction, it might be also over this way. But somewhere along this lines, we're going to have some hyenas. And there's going to be a cave as well, a hyena cave, where we can kill some more. Now, eventually after we're done there, we upgrade our weapon. We're going to head north right up into this area, where we'll find a troglodyte cave. And that is where we can finish our Helen's fungus quest. Because we got to find the mushroom shield from the depths of Blister Burrows. So let's go ahead and find our hyenas to kill. I'm pretty sure they're over straight ahead and to the right here. Running around. Up there to the left, I know there's something we can loot and be on the lookout always for the hollowed stumps. There's one straight ahead, actually. Hollow trunk. So we got 2 fishing harpoons and a makeshift torch. And we don't really need any of those items, but we can sell that stuff. Keep gathering here in our opening maybe hour or two, just so we have that extra money. We definitely want to be on the lookout for our weight here. So we don't want to go overweight on our backpack. That's something we can upgrade later on. But, you know, we don't need the improvised the improvised bedroll anymore. We don't need 2 of these fishing harpoons. And we don't need that torch. So those are all things that we can get rid of here soon enough. We got a bandit over there, straight ahead, 2 bandits. The tree wood we don't want to gather because that won't give us anything to sell. But that is good for creating items down the road. So we're heading south here. I believe near these bones, we're going to find some hyenas. And we're going to find that hyena cave, which should have some items over here. Again, we're just looking for some predator bones. There's some hyenas to the southeast, I guess. There's another pack right there. And there's our cave straight ahead. Alright, so let's just make sure we clear out all the enemies right here. Make sure we're not missing any as well. Some. So I'm just going to kind of kill all these hyenas. Bring it. I'm going to comes to hyenas, I like to just kind of strafe because they'll do a little dive at you. And typically they will miss if they're going to dive and you're strafing. They usually hit me right when I'm in the middle of my attack. Like that right there. Alright, so got a little bit down, but there's our predator bones. We have raw meat that we can cook. We have hide, which we can use for other crafting materials. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our Fang Club. What are we missing here? Fang Great Axe. So we have the Iron Great Axe, the Predator Bones, and the Linen. So we got to unequip our Iron Great Axe, go back to our crafting, and there we go. We have the Fang Great Axe, which is 29 damage, 27 impact, and it gives that bleeding effect. So let's go ahead and craft that. Perfect. So quick and easy upgrade is that Fang gear. We could also have, if you want to have one-handers, you can have a Fang shield. I'm going to go ahead and probably deconstruct a few of these pieces just for the weight. We don't need the torch. Oh, that's nothing. Alright, so a little bit better weight there. Now where was I going? I want to go south. They're fighting the bird over there. Let's maybe bandage up a little bit. And don't forget to use your blocks and all that type of stuff. Luckily, the bird did do a little bit of damage there. Another good item to grab weapons is going to be a bow and arrow. Very powerful in the opening stages because you can hit that distance. These guys are just chasing this guy for the long run. Those birds do run when you get them low. There we go. Easy kill when they're chasing. And you will be able to loot even if an NPC or an enemy gets the kill. So we could finish off that bird if we wanted. He's going to run away. It's going to be a little bit difficult to catch up. Maybe. Not going to worry about it. Alright, let's kind of continue on here. We're going to head to that cave. And then it would be a good idea probably to stock up on some bandages, maybe make some meals for ourselves, just to all the things that we're going to need to replenish our health when we go hit this cave. So we got 3 over here. Bring it, buddy. And you can always drop your backpack, make things a little bit easier on your combat. So you move much quicker. Block up. Did some pretty solid damage there. Now don't forget to pick up your backpack because I've done it many times. You'll just forget about it. And, if you have any items in your backpack, then you're not going to be able to use them. That's why I always keep my bandages in my pocket. Nice 3-shot combo. That double swing is our power shot. Alright, so that's pretty much every hyena I see here. If we go into the cave here, we're going to have probably another 1 or 2 that we need to finish off. And I would assume a chest or some loot or a corpse or something along those lines. Let's go ahead and check our materials here. We might want to create some more bandages if we have any linen cloth. If we have 3, so we can do 1 bandage. Our meat here, we could go ahead and we could cook that over a fire, an open fire, and give ourselves some meal. We have beef jerky here, which will feed us our bread. So let's go ahead and choose our bandages. Just give us one more at least. Bandage up, get that health regen. And as you find clothing and different things like that that you don't need and not going to use, you can obviously sell them, or you can deconstruct them and get some linen cloth from that, and then you can create bandages. So soon enough you have plenty of materials to continue creating more and more bandages, and then eventually you want to grab like a life potion recipe with our alchemy kit. Alright, so I see a guy right there. Probably a good idea to turn on our light source. Oh, didn't mean to. Clicked Y to loot, and it accidentally also zoned me out. Alright, let's go back in there. Lantern. With just one hyena. As you can see, it's very dark in this game, especially with these initial lanterns that really suck. I know there's got to be like a chest or a junk pile or something here. Not. There we go. Worker's corpse. What we got? Poison rag, improvised bedroll, and a flint and steel. So not bad. Poison rags we can put on our weapons to add poison effect. Don't need the bedroll since we have a fur tent, and the flint and steel helps us start a fire. So those are all things we could use. Typically at this point I just sell the poison rags for the extra money. The bedroll definitely don't need. And the flint and steel, we can, kind of become obsolete if we go get mana. Because one of the first spells that you're going to get is going to be Spark. And Spark does just a quick flash of fire, which makes it possible for us to start a fire without needing the flint. But that's probably going to be more around hour 3. We're going to head north now, go into our troglodyte cave, and kill some troglodytes, try and get that opening. We might want to go Might want to start a fire here and cook some meals and things. Just for the health benefits. Because we don't have much bandages. I'm thirsty, so let's drink our water. We are getting close to being overweight too. So, you know, we don't need the torch, which we'll drop it maybe in the cave coming up. We don't need all these bedrolls. I don't know if we can sell those either. Now, a good item, like I talked about earlier, would maybe be a bow and arrow. We can go and buy one of those, just a simple bow. Or we can go and look for some bandits, because you'll typically have bandits travel in twos, and one of the bandits will be an archer. We can kill both those bandits, and you'll be able to loot that bow. I mean, this early in the game, it is a little bit tricky and dangerous to maybe be taking 2 enemies on at a time. But still. Crystal powder. I don't know what that. Bring it, buddy. Alright, so we are pretty much, if we look at the map, probably in this area here. I think the cave's probably right here, so we're probably right about here. We're just going to run straight north. Here's our hallowed log we saw earlier. The town will be over there. Looks like the sun is going down, so we got to be careful. Don't want to be caught in the dark typically. It's a good idea to sleep. Go ahead and kill these guys. Both out of the way. He did get a shot in there. That's alright. Egg and meat. I feel like there's bandits right around here too. Alright, so up here, if you see little bricks and stuff like that, typically you'll be able to find a chest or a cache. You can see here's a little one open here. Supply cache, arrows, and 4 bandages. Just what we needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and head up this way. There's another hyena there. I'm gonna risk it. Alright, so if we look at the map again, you'll see we have the entrance there. That's going to the bandit camp. So up here, we're right where the marker is, and it leads to the bandit camp. Now we want to take a left here and go right about here. It's going to be our cave. You can see those little archways lead us towards it. we should be enemy free. Maybe another hyena or two up here. Let's be on the lookout for any enemies or things that we can loot. There's our cave. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a fire down right here because I want to cook some of this meat before it goes bad. It will rot and you won't be able to use it. You can't eat it raw. Alright, so what we want to do to build a fire is we're going to go ahead and harvest from a tree. We're going to get 3 wood. And we'll go to our crafting. Build a campfire kit. Now we're going to use that campfire kit. Now we need to use that flint and stone. There we go. Now we can use the campfire and we can cook some items. Now we have, let's say, bird egg, crab seed. Definitely want to cook our raw meat. And just cook all of our raw meat to a cooked meat. Now if you have a cooking pot, you can use multiple ingredients to cook, different things. Clean water, if you have salt water or river water, you can boil that to make it clean water. Gearberries, removing any risk of disease. Bread, maybe the bird eggs possibly? Yeah. I made a cooked bird egg. Health and stamina. Crab eye seed, I believe also, yeah. Bread. Made toast. And then our berries here, I believe we can make jam. Boiled gaberries. We have 21 of those, so we're just going to go ahead and make that. I don't know what they do, but... Alright. So also, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop some things that I won't need in the dungeon here. So anything that's going to just add weight, I'm going to drop it. Quarterstaff, don't need. The torch and the lantern, what I can do that is I can drop these in the cave. So it's going to be kind of like a marker. And it'll be able to show me, they'll keep lit and they'll be able to show me exactly maybe different turns and things. Because you're not going to have a map in these caves and these dungeons. So you're going to have to kind of know which way you're going or create a map yourself. Crafting. Okay, so the grilled crab eye seed with a linen is how we can make these poison rags, because they become poisonous apparently. And we don't need our improvised bedrolls. Toast. Burnt slice of bread, does little else, just fills the belly. Any risk of disease. There's our egg. Boiled fruit that provides a bit of nutrition and rots slower. Alright, so that should be pretty good. I don't need the wood here. Alright. It's getting dark out here. Let's go ahead and head on in. It's getting a little hot, it looks like. Let me eat something. Do a bandage. We'll double up our regen. Now pretty much we're looking for that mushroom shield, and we can go turn that in for some silver, or we can use it as our own shield, I believe. And it's going to be sitting right in front of the statue you see there on the loading screen. Maybe I should have grabbed a bow and arrow. Alright, so turn on our lantern, get a little bit of sight. It takes away your sneak ability. We have all these mushrooms too we can gather. Adventurer's Corpse. So we got padded armor. It's going to be much better than what we have on. We got some endurance potions, our bolt rags, and some alpha jerky. Let's go ahead and put on our new outfit. This I'm going to put into... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to move that to my pocket because I want to put this in a quick slot. This is a potion to get my stamina back, which is important during those battles. Alright, so you can always be looking around. Right there. If you turn off your lantern and you press B, you can sneak a little better. He's already seen me though. I'm gonna let him come out here. So right here we have a left or a right. So this would be probably a good spot to drop that lantern, or maybe the torch. Just so we know, the torch is where we enter. That's where we came from. We could sneak up on this guy, maybe get a shot or two before he notices us. Nope. Boom. The star mushrooms we could collect. Troglodyte oil. Grab his trident. So we're not wearing this anymore. Get some linen out of that. Get some bandages. We don't need the troglodyte spear. Just weighs us down. Alright, I'm gonna go left here. Alright, so this right here, this is a door that it will need the tiny aquamarine to open. And then behind that, there's also another door. I think you need like a small ruby or something. Or maybe an emerald. I can't really remember. And then there's a chest in there. I don't think it has really great items, but I almost don't even want to waste my aquamarine and just take the 20 silver for now. And I typically like to kind of keep a pattern, so I'll always start by going left, take all left turns, and then when I come to a dead end or back to where I was, then I'll go to the right, and things like that. Alright, so right in here, there's our shield actually. You can see it glowing over there. We got one dude right there. Probably another one. So we don't have to venture far in here to be able to find our quest item. I feel like there's got to be 2 guys in here. I don't know if we can go up there. An enemy up here. Let's go up and just clear this out just in case. No ads. Here's some clean water. Always gather and drink when you can, when you have clean water. Okay, yeah, so let's just be a little careful here. I don't want to overdo it. Block and roll is your friend. Well, wait till he attacks. And counter. Got that common mushroom. There's more clean water. Alright, so alright. Okay, so here is our mushroom shield. That's the quest item. Helen's fungus log has been updated. Return the mushroom shield to Helen. And again, she'll either give you a certain amount of silver for it, or you can just use this as well. 10 impact resistance, specially grown fungus as an offering to their queen. Makes for a great, surprisingly useful shield. So now we're going to go ahead and just continue checking out this entire dungeon. It's not very big. First time I came here, I got very lost though. You want to be careful of that. Again, we have the left turn there. We can go straight up. So I think this wraps around to where we started. I gotta be careful though, I'm gonna get lost again. Let's go up this way all the way. Let's get as many of these troglodytes out of the way. Combo's nasty. Alright, so we went all the way up. Let's go ahead and check it out down and around. Here's some iron vein, which we need that pickaxe to be able to mine this type of stuff. Even with the lantern, you can see how hard it is to see. Got some enemies down there, it looks like. So he looks like a little bit more of an advanced guy. Maybe a magic troglodyte. We got 2. Be careful when we're fighting 2. Alright, so he's definitely a caster. We got the normal melee guy coming in. Looks like he's buffed up though. Get our 2 shots in. Now you can't block the magic, keep in mind. But you can roll out of the way. So let's let him get a little closer. I'm gonna rush him. Alright, troglodyte staff. It's good if you want to be a caster. We have mana stone. There's a little chest, it looks like. Omelet, cloth, some silver. These always look like doors. Now these we can mine for mana stone. Got a hackmanite too, which is another crafting material. That's nice. Alright, so I think we go... Is that this the end of this? I figured there'd be another pathway in, but I guess not. All right. So that was at the very end of the staircase there up. There's no turns I missed, right? Always want to double check. Alright, so let's stick to our right turn here. Don't need that. Our bag is overweight, so we definitely don't need that extra weight. Alright, so we're going to stick to our right turns. Or is that just the same way? Yeah. Side. Maybe we could get some oil. That's good for, again, the lanterns. Whenever your lantern runs out. I feel like this is where we started too. That little green. Ooh. Another one in here. All right. So much easier this time around. We Alright, got some clean water. We got a blood mushroom. We got a path over here. A junk pile and an enemy. Ooh, got me. Machete, arrows, ice rag. Blood mushroom, not gonna worry about those. What am I missing? Something here. Okay, so we have a dead body here, meaning we've already been this way. I just gotta find our way out. I feel like I'm missing, there's like one other, like the dead king troglodyte or something. Okay. This is where we got our mushroom shield. And down at the bottom to the right here is the entrance in. I think if I go this way, there's a corpse, some solid potions. We are overweight. Now that's not too much overweight, so we should be okay, or we can start dropping things, which I'm gonna go ahead and probably drop my lantern, really. That's not gonna be enough though. Okay, so we are hungry, so might as well eat. We'll eat our meal here. Gives a little bit of replenishment. I mean, we don't need a lot of these berries and stuff. Don't need the mushrooms. Well, I think maybe the berries we did want. We don't need these. So we are back to a good weight. Whoa, scared me. Alright, so left here we go. This is this big guy up here that's dead. Giant heart garnet. Iron vein, don't really need any of that right now. Green mushroom. Alright, so that's pretty much this entire cave. We'll go up here, check this out, and then we can find our way out, run back to the village. Or the city, and we should be good to go. Alright, so that's us. Let's go ahead and run back down here, out. Now we're just going to head back to our starter city, and we can turn in that mushroom shield. Pretty sure we came from this way. Is that an enemy? Alright, so here's our torch. Remember, we left that torch for where our starting hallway was. And there we go. We are at the end. Cleared out this burrow, and we have that opening quest line done. Pretty much, this cave gives you, and this quest gives you just kind of an opening taste of how you're going to be exploring and stuff like that. Next areas after this, you can hit those bandit camps and all that. They're pretty easy to do. We're going to have a little bit more money now. We can go ahead and upgrade into new gear. We can go get our mana by going to the mountain that's in the middle of this opening area map. Lots of stuff. Pretty much your options are open, but this opening troglodyte cave is a really good place to start, just to get a lot of stuff out of the way, getting the basics of the game kind of under your thumb. All right, perfect timing too. The sun is just coming up. Now, we could go ahead and grab all this stuff and use it to sell it later, but I'm already pretty much max capacity, my weight. So I'm going to run back to town. I'm going to sleep in my bed, sell my stuff, and then finish this quest. Well, we got hyenas have either respawned or we didn't clear them last time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell a little bit here first.
Greetings, friend.
Let's see what he's got. Still no master traders, that's okay. So we've got a lantern, we've got our resistant potions, which, you know, at this point of the game I don't even need. Later on, you definitely want that stuff. But right now, money is almost the most important thing. I don't have any spells. Don't need our rags. That means to sell the jerky. Don't need our meats, our things there. Need that. Could go always put those in your stash as well. Hides are a good thing to sell. Scrap iron. Predator bones we don't need right now. I'm gonna keep those around. Our giant heart garnet, we can also give that to Helen up there. Our mana stones we can use for different crafting purposes and things. Our aquamarine, again, we could use to go open that door that we did not do. That's a 50 silver. Pretty solid. Mana stones we can always mine later. Alright, so 229 silver, up to 270 there. A good little starting point. Now let's run up here. Turn in our quest.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, so I'm here about work. Looking for something I can do. I found that mushroom you wanted. 70 silver she gave us for that, so that was pretty solid. Alright, now I may have something for you. We're going to choose that one too. And this is going to be that garnet, the unusual item. I found the strange garnet in the ribcage of an ash giant. So we can either give it to her or we can sell it to her.
Oh, an interesting piece.
Which for 30 silver, it might be good to look up if there's any other purpose for that. Alright, so...
Excellent.
Alright, there we go. Made a solid...
I'm always interested in curiosities. What have you got?
Alright, so now we have, what, 370 silver? Solid. We can use that to buy some better gear. I'm going to go ahead and run up to the lighthouse and rest so that my max health and my max stamina come back, and that will be our second hour of gameplay. Now from here we can go ahead and go back into the main starting world there, go get our mana unlocked by going to the central mountain. We can also go in that door right there, you see a head down there. Little dungeon to get you near that beach that we fought on in our first hour. Or you can do the bandit camps or really anything else you want. I mean, these first 2 hours are that introductory period like I talked about to get you kind of started. And these are the things, those are the things that we just did are what you want to really kind of accomplish. Now I'm going to put my good materials that I find. I typically will put them in my stash just to kind of take the weight away. Plus... but I don't want to just sell them every time. We're going to use them down the road. Alright guys, so I'm going to rest it up, and that is pretty much us. Still early in the day, so I can probably just go like 2 hours. But that's us for the second hour of gameplay, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and you got a lot from these first two starter videos on Outward. That first hour is very important to get ahead. Your second hour here, we upgraded our weaponry. We did some opening quests. We got some good silver from doing those quests and turning them in. Now it's just about more upgrading, finding the factions, opening your magic, and pretty much anything else that you want to do in the world. So hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Travis from Wrecked You Gaming here. Have a good one.